Welcome back, Golden Eagles, to another year of GEN.
I'm Ruby Garcia.
I'm Josue Osuna.
And that's Straight Go. We may have some new faces, but we have the same dedication to bringing you premium content. You know what my favorite fall activity is?
No, what?
The fall play.
Really? What's that called?
It's called Puff, and it seems really fun.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard something about that. Why don't we take a deeper look into it?
Hello, Eagles. This year, we'll be giving you a little more insight on this year's fall play. Fall play is called Puffs. It will fall all the way to the 14th, all the way to the 16th. It is about a regular boy who finds out he's a wizard and goes on to school in England, where he makes two best friends and has adventures. Let's go see an insight on what happens behind the scenes. What role are you taking part in this play?
I play Wayne, the lead role.
What would you say the most difficult part about playing Wayne is?
Definitely the fact that he's like really shy and skittish, because as I do have I ain't perfect, I have my issues, but I'm not too very antisocial and kind of just shy and covered up. So having to pretend to act like that, I'd say is my challenge, having to have that unlocked feature, I guess you could say.
And what inspired you to take part in this play?
It's been a passion since freshman year. I mean, originally I was uninterested in doing theater, but my friends forced me to do it, and it was the greatest decision I ever made. And since then, I don't care what it is or what role or any place. To me, it's an opportunity to have fun and make memories. So I always take advantage of that.
Now, let's see how his best friend feels about the play and their roles in it. The theater is also taking donations for the funding of the play. Anything helps. What role do you play in this play?
I play Oliver Rivers.
What is the most difficult part about playing Oliver Rivers?
The fact that he's a nerd, it's hard to get into that because he's a kid nerd, not a adult nerd.
And what inspired you to take part in this play?
The magic aspect, I wanted to see how we were gonna work with the wands and stuff.
I play Megan in Puffs. I think the most difficult part is the fact that she starts off as an 11-year-old, and then progressively, as the show goes on, she turns 18. It's at those years along in the two acts. The most difficult part is trying to act 11 again, because you just kind of have to go back in your mind, oh, I have to be 11, how did I act? It's just, it kind of gets a little embarrassing sometimes, because you just think of those embarrassing, oh, I think she feels nervous all the time, or she's trying to act all cool, but she's actually a loser.
And what inspired you to take part in this play?
I think it's just the fact that I've been doing plays since my freshman year. So every year I get really excited to do a play. And when I was reading about Puffs last year, she really captured my interest because I thought she kind of acted like me.
Don't miss the fall production of Puff in the theater on November 14th, 15th, and 16th at 7 p.m. with the 2 o'clock matinee on Saturday.
Wow, I know I'm going to go see the fall play. You guys should too. My name is Daniel, and I'm reporting for GEN.
Wow, it looks like your Golden Eagles have been putting so much work into the play.
Right. Fall must be so busy for them.
I know.
When I get busy, I always lose track of what's happening with sports. I think you guys might too.
I know, just a solution for
I
that.
think I know what you're talking about.
Let's say it together.
3,
2,
1.
Sports
Magical
Attain
time
J.
machine.
What?
Oh, I like your thing better.
Anyways, let's see what's been going on with Tay and Jay.
Welcome back, Golden Eagles, to another year of sports with Tay
and Jay.
Let's get a 60-second recap of fall sports.
At the time of recording, football is 0-1 in league, and they are in 3rd place.
Overall this season, they have a record of 4-4 and are ranked 707 in the state.
Be sure to support their senior night this Friday.
The JV football team has an overall record of 0-3.
They have a league record of 0-1.
Moving on, let's talk about girls flag football.
They have a score of 7-8 overall and 3-4 in league.
They are ranked 448 in the state.
Let's take a look at girls volleyball. Their overall record is 9-13.
And they have a 4-1 league record.
Their JV team has a league record of 6-3.
Their overall record is 7-8.
Now let's swing on over to tennis.
They have a 5-7 overall record and a 4-5 record in league.
Let's get a quick run down of cross country. Get it? Run down. Run. Anyways, they got 6th place overall in the Grant Nilly Invitational.
They got 27th at the Central Park Invitational.
And a special shout out to Anthony Rios.
He broke the freshman boys record with a time of 17:56.
If you'd like to support any of our sports teams, you can follow them on their Instagrams.
This has been Sports with Tay
and Jay.
Let's take a look at this year's girls tennis senior night. This year's girls tennis team was full of seniors. Having only 4 students on the team who weren't seniors, we went to their senior night game and were able to talk to their captain, Marilyn Hernandez, about how tennis has impacted her life. Here's what she had to say.
I feel like if I didn't do tennis, I'll still be like a shy little kid, like a little girl. Like tennis like really helped me boost my self-esteem, and I feel like me boosting my self-esteem helped others as well with the tennis team. Like if I feel like if I never showed myself like having the mentality and like the leadership skills, and the team would like fumble and like crumble and fall out, and like someone having that energy so like they could all get like the same energy as I do.
We also talked to Fabiola, the co-captain, who is their number 2 singles, and she told us about her experience.
I've made more friends with the rest of the other tennis girls, which is really nice. Every time we're going back to school, the only thing I think about really is tennis.
Finally, we talked to their manager, Mikey, who told us how the team has made him a better leader.
He's definitely helped me when it comes to like building leadership in a way, because he helps me take over on his position and help the team as well. Like we definitely have a very strong bond when it comes to like teams.
This has been Taylor Vasquez reporting for GEN.
Hey Golden Eagles, let's take a look at girls volleyball. We took a look into this season's girls volleyball team and spoke to Naomi Costello, who told us about how volleyball has changed our relationship with one another.
It's very personal. We're not just teammates just for volleyball. Outside of school during the passing period, we always say hi to each other. We talk about matching hairstyles. We bring each other hair supplies if we need it. So obviously, like yes, it's an all-girls team, but that's where that girls concept comes into play, where we're there for each other no matter what.
Next, we spoke to her fellow teammates on the impact her leadership has had on them this season.
They've been like very like coach-like. Like they're like older sisters, kind of like in that way.
I think we really display a greater sense of who we are, and I think the seniors help us to really get over these hoops that
There you go! This has been Mia Diablo reporting for GEN.
That seems so cool. Our female athletes have been crushing it this season.
I know. I heard they're starting a club. It's called the Empower Her Athletic Scholars Club.
I heard about that too. Did you know that the flag football coach, Miss Rita, is the advisor?
I didn't, but that's amazing that she's doing so much for athletes.
While we're on the topic of flag football, didn't our staff talk to some of the players?
They did. Why don't we take a look at that?
1, 2, 3, Eagle! Welcome to our segment on the girls' flag football team's season recap. The team has faced challenges, celebrated milestones, and created unforgettable memories. Today, we sat down with 3 of the team's standout players to hear about the season from their perspective.
The team's overall record this season is 7-8. We are the 4th team at the moment.
Every season comes with highs and lows, so we asked the girls to share their most challenging and least challenging games they faced.
I think the most challenging thing about the season is coming in kind of mid-season because I miss summer practice as a QB and trying to get to know the girls.
Easiest moments is be able to come together as a team, just be able to communicate, get to understand each other better, and just bond.
The team has also reached some impressive milestones this season. We asked if they could share any record-breaking moments.
I would say getting more touchdowns this season than last season.
I had a few, but one of them was, I'll say, is hitting 200 or 100 yards for one game.
Team chemistry can make or break a season. Here's what the girls had to say about how their bond has contributed to their success.
Spending a lot of time, even outside the school, we spent like the whole summer together, and we built a better connection.
I feel like we have good communication. I feel like we all know how to get along, and we say like what is right and what is wrong, and we all know how to come together.
Finally, we asked about the best moments of the season.
Highlight of the season is when Leanna got the head top on Rancho. Pretty good. She was hyped. I was hyped.
Definitely all the dubs and the mall trip when we got to eat food, shop for clothes, explore.
Congratulations to the girls flag football team on an incredible season. We can't wait to see what next year holds. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more exciting sports highlights.
Good job, ladies.
Our female athletes sure have been busy.
I know, and we have one more segment on our amazing female athletes, but this one's just a little bit different.
How so?
These female athletes were competing against each other.
What was the competition?
Why don't we just take a look at the segment?
Let's take a look at the queen nominees who are all on the cheer team.
A common stereotype for homecoming queen is a cheerleader, and it happens to be this year all of our queen nominees were in fact cheerleaders, contrasting last year where none of them were cheerleaders.
Honestly, having all the homecoming nominees be like cheerleaders it did mess up the dynamic on my team a little bit, because it's like no one wanted to vote for one cheerleader because they felt like they would be choosing favorites, and it's like, it's iffy. It's a really like icky situation for them. So it was like very awkward at practices whenever like my coach found out. Oh my God, my coach was just in shock when she found out that it was just literally everyone on her team.
Our queen nominees were Christina, Nayeli, and Bailey. They all put a good fight for the crown. They did everything they could by campaigning, but only one could come out on top. So the queen was announced at the halftime show of the homecoming football game after the homecoming rally, and the winner is Bailey McCracken.
I was shocked. It was like, I didn't even hear the name they called out first, and then like my bestie, Nayeli, she was on the other podium next to me, and she pointed at me, and I was like, "You're lying!" And I was like, "No way." While being a cheerleader, it honestly made it like so much better and welcoming, because I've always had them behind my back, and like even though we all were running together, like the love and support was there, but it was a lot of Instagram posts, a lot of staying up, making posters.
This has been Lelia O'Neill reporting for GEN.
First of all, congratulations to Bailey McCracken for being homecoming queen.
We were so proud of everybody that ran. We know that doing a sport on top of campaigning must have been so hard.
You got that right. We are so proud of all of our athletes. We know that juggling school and a sport could be a lot, so we wanted to highlight one student who does just that and more.
Let's get some insight on how they do it.
Today we're spotlighting with one of our very own, Johnny Agwan. He's involved in many activities such as being a member of our talented band, as well as track.
I'm a part of the jazz band, the marching band, the symphonic band, ballet folklorico, track and field. There's marching band in the morning, 0 period, and then we have jazz band first. And it's just like a full 3-hour block of music, which is what I want to go to college for.
With his many activity, Agwan stays busy in and out of school.
Even today, the jazz band's going on a gig to play at the superintendent's State of the Address for everything for the year. And it's just, I'm really looking forward to it because I love to play for people and like just kind of throw my ideas out through my instrument to people. And I just, that's something that I would like to do.
As much as Agwan likes to be involved, he has this advice for other students.
Yeah, make sure that when you're taking a bunch of activities and you're doing all these different things that you know what you're getting into. Don't just join something just because. It really takes a toll on you if you don't know what you're getting into and you get into it and you're kind of stuck in it now. Before you like take up an opportunity, you know that you have the time to get it done, or if you don't have the time, that you can make the time.
I'm Sage McCormick with GEN, and this is Spotlight with Johnny Agwan.
Wow, good job, Johnny. We know you're working day in and day out, just like a lot of our Golden Eagles.
I never knew Johnny was such a talented dancer.
Yeah, I know. I just, I love watching him and learning from him, at Folklorico practice, of course.
Yeah, anywho, speaking of dance, didn't we just have a dance performance?
Oh, we did. We had dancers from all over who came to dance in our gym. Let's just take a look.
All those dancers are so talented.
I know. It looks like it was a real tough competition.
Definitely, they had some skills.
Next up, we have some safety news. And I hear there was an injury.
True, but don't worry. We made a public safety announcement to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Have you or a loved one ever been injured attempting to climb a fence?
The events that occurred here, quite frankly, disturbing. Very disturbing. The patient, or you could say victim, whatever term you like to say, hurt his pelvic area.
Many of the students at our school have tried it, and very few have survived.
We shouldn't climb fences because if the gate is closed, there's a lock on it, obviously there's a reason for you to not go in there, right? So don't let your excitement get the best of you, and let's wait for that gate to be open so safety can be the thing that we're focused on, right? Stay safe, stay out of gates that are closed.
We do, however, have a sit-down interview with one of those students, Daniel Carl.
Can you please tell me what happened?
Sure. So, September 30th, while arriving at school, I was late, and so the side gates were closed, and I didn't want to walk all the way around. You know, who really doesn't? So I attempted to jump a gate, which led to me injuring my pelvis area, and then also which led to me getting stitches. So I'm now using a crutch as of now. And so yeah, that's about it. I advise not to jump fences. If doing so, then I advise you to be careful. That's all that I got for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, stay safe, don't jump fences. This message is approved by Mr. Omar Tinoco.
Oh my gosh. I just really hope Daniel's okay. He was so funny, and I just love him so much.
Don't worry, he'll be okay.
We should just get rid of all the fences. At this point, nothing is worth risking Daniel over.
I think that's a little extreme. How about we just don't have fences?
I guess you're right.
Well, I think that's all we have for you guys this episode.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you follow us on Instagram at GEN_DHSHS.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Ruby Garcia.
I'm Osuna.
And
that's
that's
Draco. And we're signing off for GEN.